Mooladharaika Brahma Grandhi Vibhedini Manipurantharudita Vishnu Grandhi Vibhedini Agnya Chakra Taradastha Rudra Grandhi Vibhedini. These are the lines from Lalita Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of the Divine Mother Goddess. Why are we speaking of the Divine Goddess here? Because now we come to the ninth Nakshatra of Ashlesha, which is ruled by the Nagas, which all stands for Kundalini. What do these lines mean? She who resides in the Muladhara chakra in the form of four-petaled lotus. She who breaks the knot of Brahma, helps us to cross the ties of our birth. She who exists in Manipuraka chakra. She who breaks the ties of Vishnu, who helps us cross the Maya. She who lives between the two eyelids in the form of Agnya chakra. She who breaks the ties of Rudra, helps us to cross the ties of attachments of any kind. Beautiful Lalita Sahasranama. So now we come to Ashlesha Nakshatra, which falls between 16 degrees 40 minutes of Cancer and goes up till the end of Cancer, 30 degrees of Cancer. So we are finishing up the Cancer sign, and we are also finishing up the first 9 of the 27 nakshatras. This is the end of a cycle, so to speak. We shall examine this in detail later. But let's see what Ashlesha brings us. Its nature. First of all, we are talking about the energies of the nakshatra and the life themes in this series. Yes, so nature is sharp. Ashlesha, if your personal planets are in Ashlesha, you can be sharp tongued, can speak very harsh. Or if your Jupiter and other things of planets are present, your intelligence, your understanding can be very discerning in nature, sharp discernment. It can mean any number of things. Sharp does not necessarily mean bad. Okay, I want you to get that. So the energies of this nakshatra are protection and defense. They can be hurt easily. They are very sensitive inside, although they appear harsh outside. They are highly intuitive and highly clingy. We need to feel connected to each other, especially in Pada 4 with Pisces. Why? Because this nakshatra is ruled by the Nagas, the snakes, the deity of the snakes. The deity is important to understand in every nakshatra. So snakes symbolically are attached to the ground. They are always embracing the ground. They are very sensitive to ground energies as a result. These nakshatra people. If your dominant number of points and planets are present in Ashlesha, you'll be very ground sensitive, energy of the ground, energy of the earth. They could be action oriented, especially in Pada 2, because it's a Artha Pada going into Capricorn and Navamsha. Their life themes could be more about transformation, shedding of old skin like snakes, like Nagas, and moving through life. They could be introverted, very quiet natured people. They could be irritable easily. They're very vulnerable. They have a big need for privacy. On the downside, they could be deceptive and suspicious, especially in Pada 3 with the Kama Pada, which goes into Aquarius and Navamsha from Cancer. Aquarius people can be secretive, deceptive. So what's the life lesson for this beautiful nakshatra? Life lesson is to live seductively without being seduced. Embrace with dance, yet be ready to change at any time. So this is a very dynamic nakshatra, as you can see. It has an energy of sensitivity to the ground. It has the energy of transformation through life. And you have to live in your own seductive energy. This is the life lesson of Ashlesha. The mantra is Lalita Sahasranama, the beautiful 1,000 names of the Mother Goddess. Why? Because this is the best 1,000 names where you can find all about Kundalini. If you want to understand Kundalini, just recite Lalita Sahasranama. The ages that this nakshatra is active is 4, 14, 17, 27, 30, 40, 33, 41, and 65. Next, we will talk about Which one is that? Magha Nakshatra, which we begin Leo in the next one. Take care. Tindriyo Mahamayo Mahotsaho Mahabalaha. These are the lines from the 1,000 names of Vishnu, the Vishnu Sahasranama, which speaks about that Vishnu who is above Indra himself. Why are we speaking about Indra again? This is the second nakshatra which is ruled by Indra, and we come to the ninth end of the second nine series of the nakshatras, the 18th nakshatra of Jyeshtha Nakshatra, which falls in Scorpio between 16 degrees 40 minutes and ends at 30 degrees of Scorpio. That means we are finishing up Scorpio, and then we'll be going into Sagittarius zodiac later on. So what is Jyeshtha Nakshatra about? Well, this can be as Indra as it gets, right? The insecure king. The nature is sharp and Gana is Rakshasa. Therefore, this kind of energy, if you have more planets and points, especially personal ones like Mercury, Venus, Mars, Moon, Rahu, Ketu, etc., bunched in this nakshatra, you'll have a dominant theme playing out, even the ascendant or the moon. The Jyeshtha Nakshatra persons are all about authority, respect, status, power, and therefore insecurity about power. It is that saying which goes, uneasy is the head that wears the crown, right? In the English saying. So this is insecurity about power itself. Their life themes are about authority, respect. There's a lot of energy, especially in Pada 2, Scorpio going into Capricorn. They want to be authoritarian positions in life. Strength to achieve. They have the strength to achieve things. They want materialistic growth, superiority complex, and you'll notice this trend. Wherever the Gana is Rakshasa, they will want materialistic stuff. They are not interested in the fluff of spirituality. They want materialistic growth. These people have a superiority complex. They may become narcissistic. They have a theme of protection of the underprivileged, especially in Pada 3. Fighting for social causes also may be, especially Scorpio going into Aquarius and Navamsha. There's that theme also. Although the dominant theme on the downside will become of jealousy and regret. Jyeshtha Nakshatra has a theme of, well, somebody else is achieving something and I am not getting it. And so I'll become jealous of that person. Not saying that I will go and do it myself or do something about it, or I will achieve success through my own means, whatever I have, talents and abilities. But about jealousy and regret, this is what they need to watch for. Transformation of self through awareness practices. That's what Jyeshtha Nakshatra needs to do. Transforming shadow, as we might call in the light worker community. Optimism may be more in Pada 1. Focus on financial status may be more on Pada 2. Spiritual transformation may be in Pada 4 because Scorpio goes into Pisces. When a water sign, moksha sign, goes into the higher sign of itself, Scorpio is the 8th house. So Pisces is traditionally the 12th house. When Scorpio goes into 12th house, it's like graduation. It's like graduation of moksha itself. Okay. The life lesson for the Jyeshtha Nakshatra will become therefore something like this. Rising of power by retaliation towards exposed hidden enemies. Defense rather than offense. Meaning the Jyeshtha Nakshatra person has to wait for enemies to come to them, for their talents to be activated to fight the enemies. They are the passive aggressive ones. They won't actively go out seeking enemies in the external world. This nakshatra is all about standing quietly, observing, and then only acting out in defense if they face some enemies. And they are very strong at that. So this is what Jyeshtha Nakshatra's life lesson becomes. They need to feel their power of retaliation. by exposing the hidden enemies whenever it surfaces. They wait for the enemy to surface and then they defend themselves. That's the Jyeshtha Nakshatra. Mantra, of course, becomes Vishnu Sahasranama because he is the guru of Indra himself. The age is active, fortunately, is very less. It is 6, 7, 27, 28, 24, and 36. So we finish up the second 9 of the 27 nakshatra. Next, we shall be starting the last 9 of the nakshatras with Mula Nakshatra. Take care, be safe. Kulamrudaika Rasika Kula Sanketa Palini Kulangana Kulantastha Kaulini Kulayogini. These beautiful lines from the 1,000 names of Mother Divine Goddess Lalita, Lalita Sahasranama. So why are we speaking about that? Because we come to the final 27th nakshatra of Revati here, where we are examining life themes and energies of the complete zodiac pie. We come to the last slice of the pie, as you can see there. Revati Nakshatra falls completely within Pisces zodiac sign, between 16 degrees 40 minutes of Pisces and running up to the end of Pisces, 30 degrees of Pisces. So what is the energy of Revati? Revati means in Sanskrit the prosperous one. So the energy of and life themes of this nakshatra, they are social natives, social birds. They love to help people. They are unorthodox in nature. They could be introverts, think of Pisces. They could be secretive, especially in Pada 3 going into Aquarius. Aquarius is a signature of secrecy, as we saw even in Shatabhisha Nakshatra. They could be having a prosperous background. If Revati is prominent in your chart with personal planets or points present in Revati, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Moon, etc., you could be born into a prosperous family. That's what I mean by prosperous background. They have sensitivity, Pisces being sensitive. They have a healthy body. They could become the guiding light to the masses. Light workers, pay attention. This nakshatra, if it's prominent, you could be that guiding light to the masses. They are collectors of happy and optimistic things of life. They could be naive in nature, thinking everybody is love and light kind of thing, that naivety. They are travelers. Pisces loves to travel. They could be teaching children, especially in Pada 1 going into Sagittarius. They are practical and ambitious, could be in Pada 2 going into Capricorn. Capricorn wants to achieve stuff in life, outside, in the external world. Capricorn is about external world. Excessive dreaming, they could have excessive dreaming in their theme. They could be living in a fantasy land. Dreamy nature, basically Piscean dreamy nature figures prominently in the Revati's angles, okay? They could be having addictions and needy, clingy in nature for nurturing and affection, downside of Pisces. In Pada 4, Pisces going into Pisces could become very needy, clingy kind of people for nurturing and affection. Although it's not a negative thing in this context, the Pisces loves to nurture and be nurtured. Someone caring, compassionate. Okay. So that's what Revati Nakshatra is about. What's the life lesson for this beautiful nakshatra? It's a soft nakshatra. Revati Nakshatra is very soft and its Gana is Dev. So they are inclined towards higher, deepest emotional possible moksha. Pisces going into Pisces falls in this. This is the highest kind of moksha liberation. What is the highest moksha that any person can derive? It's not knowledge, folks. It's emotion. The highest emotional point of spiritual liberation is in Pisces, the moksha sign, the highest of the moksha signs. So the life lesson for these people becomes finding, nurturing, and love with true companions. Not all companions are good. Some are bent. Some are warped. Some are twisted, some are perverted, some have got weird ideas. Okay, be careful where you go with Revati Nakshatra people. Finding nurturing and love with true companions for self in order to feed true caring for others. Revati Nakshatra is about feeding, nurturing, love, caring, and compassion to others. It's the highest of the moksha signs. It falls into the Pisces, the 12th house. So they want to do this. Gana is a Dev. This is not Rakshasa Gana who wants materialistic stuff. This one wants higher ideology in the emotional bond. So, unless you get it from others, the true companions, true being the key word there, unless you get it from true companions, you won't have that nurturing, feeding energy to feed others. Find the right companion. Find your true soulmate. Find somebody who feeds you that energy of true connection emotionally. Only then you bring out your true talents, your true abilities, your true emotional exalted form and fashion to the world. Okay? The mantra Lalita Sahasranama will help you immensely in this. Who can take care of us but the Divine Mother herself? Yeah. The ages active is 5, 12, 32, 42, and 60. With that, we come to the close of the 27 nakshatras in the basic life themes and energies. So now we will go into a deeper study of nakshatras, much deeper studies. First, we had to take care of all the life lessons and themes surrounding every single nakshatra. So you'll have to come back to this playlist probably and revisit if you want to understand the future ones which I'm going to do. Okay? Meanwhile, take care, be safe.